Shalom Avracha. At the most basic level, we would define a person, a human being, as an eating machine. That's what we do. We eat food, we consume different food products, we extract the nutrients that we require for our bodily functions, and we take out the waste products, the part that we don't need. That's what we do as human beings. We eat and we live by our eating. That's why eating is so fundamental and so central to our lives. It's true, we don't eat the whole day long, but those parts of the day that we do spend eating are very important to our days. That's why fasting is so difficult. We're not used to fasting, we're not built for fasting. We're built for eating. Eating is important to us. And that's perhaps why the very first mitzvah that Adam HaRishon received in Gan Eden from HaKadosh Baruch Hu related to eating. But don't eat from Eitanas Toivara. The first mitzvah refers to eating. That's a very basic idea, a basic concept for human living. And that's why Pesach, when we first strike our relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when this relationship is formed, then the way in which we express that relationship is in the mitzvah of matzah and the prohibition against chametz. We take eating, the most basic thing that we do, and we say that even our food, even our eating, is placed within a framework of a relationship between us and the HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's not something that we take for granted. We have a tendency to take most things in our lives for granted. Eating especially, it's so basic, it's so fundamental. Says Pesach, even our eating is a part of relationship with the HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We don't take our food, we receive it from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And therefore it's part of forming, it's part of deepening the relationship that we have with Him. And further still, what did Adam HaRishon eat? According to one opinion, he ate chita, he ate wheat. A wheat that grows from a tree means he ate bread. The Gemara says, Brachos Daf Yud Zayin, what separates between us and HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Sa'ar shebe'isa, the yeast within the dough. Meaning that feeling of self-aggrandizement, that feeling of self-sufficiency. We don't need anything outside of us. Our entire personal needs, our personal functions are all self-reliant, self-sufficient. We take everything from ourselves. That prevents us from engaging in relationships with those outside of ourselves and with the HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The mitzvah of matzah, the prohibition against chametz, tells us that for 7 days in a year, we re-educate ourselves, we recalibrate ourselves, we teach ourselves, we internalize the message that lo ya'aleh lechem levado yichya ha'adam. We can't live on our own. We don't live on our own bread. We require others to be in relationship with us, for us to live life, and certainly for us to live meaningful lives. So we negate the sa'ar shebe'isa. We negate this feeling of self-aggrandizement, of total self-reliance, and we accept the fact that we need to receive from others, that we need to be in relationship with others. That's why Pesach begins our relationship with the Kadosh Baruch Hu. And that's why Pesach is the time that we leave slavery and we enter freedom, we enter liberty. A slave can't engage in true relationships. His entire being is subjugated to somebody else. He can't have an independent relationship. Even his marriage is subjugated to his owner, to his master. As we leave Mitzrayim, as we leave slavery, we enter a world of relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, with God, and the world of relationship with others. That's the freedom that we celebrate, the freedom to engage in true relationships, and that's what we have one more day of Pesach to internalize for the entire year, to internalize that our life is a life that's engaged in relationships with the Kadosh Baruch Hu and with other people, and that is the blessing of freedom that we receive in Chag HaPesach. We should all have a Chag Sameach, a wonderful festival of Pesach, even in these tough times, and we should utilize the time that we have at home to deepen those relationships that really are the most fundamental meaning for our lives.